Hello, Meister, welcome. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I can't go to the market, it opens at 7, but let's see if we can plan a trip. It's good to learn things while we're here, but there's nowhere we can go. We can only really go to Venice, to Athens, to Izmir, to Antalya, to Beirut, Baghdad, Tehran, Merv. This is actually a pretty straight line, but after Kabul. Okay, so what do we have here? Lahore, Delhi, Agra. This is a good trade route, actually. This will take us to... Okay, there's a huge gap here. Actually, there's a huge gap all over the place. Okay, whoa. Moscow. Well, Moscow will take us all the way across the whole damn place to Vladivostok. Ah! Okay, well, I don't... Oh, yeah. Well, unless there's a route between the Pangsao Pass and Canton in Hong Kong. If we can get a steamer from Hong Kong, we might be able to make it to San Francisco. Or Honolulu, maybe. Yeah, San Pedro, San Francisco from Hong Kong. That might work for us. Well, that's way ahead of where we're going right now. We need to figure out a way to get from here to where we're going. So, I think... Arrived in Moscow, day 18. I think we're going to head south to Venice. We're still going to have to go to Vienna. Before 5 p.m. There's no other roads we can take. We'll sleep. We'll pass the night here. Trans-Siberian Express to Russia? I have no idea if that's what that is. The Franco-Prussian War had concluded but a year previously. Thus, I flaunted my French accent. Here in the Victor City, I had no interest in coddling others' sensibilities. That is, until the concierge in our hotel quite deliberately dropped a mug of coffee into my lap. Quite a sensitive moment for poor Passepartout. Aww. I endured the insult with dignity. Later, Monsieur Fogg congratulated me on my forbearance, declaring simply quietly, "Good show. Relations with Fogg have improved slightly. Your character is now well heeled." Hey, I'm like a good dog. Who's a good boy? Me, that's who. Explore, 4 hours. New routes discovered. Sweet. Okay, we can skip Vienna and go straight to Venice. Woohoo! There was a little daylight in Munich. The sky was shrouded in steam and oil fumes from the tractors and hydraulic excavators in the street. There are elevators in the street. Oh god. A place of industry, then. Whose citizens wore dark cloaks to protect their finery from the soot. I brushed a few specks of dirt from my collar, absent-mindedly. Far more intrigued by the gleaming machines remarking the city skyline, rumor had it that this work was the doing of the Bavarian king, who had become obsessed with steam power, and was spending an exorbitant sum on imported machinery and engineering works. The Kingdom of Bavaria had recently joined the German Empire. It appeared that the king suddenly had much more time on his aristocratic hands. Well, what matters the whims of aristocrats? The whims of gentlemen were, in my estimation, far more dangerous, as our journey no doubt proved. Alright, to market. Let's see. We have the European train timetable, a magnifying glass, and apples. Of interest to officials, earnest, and soldier types. Bible in Dubrovnik, Venice, and Budapest. Let's see. Part of our gentlemanly attire. We'll keep it for now. 19, geometry equipment. Valuable in Copenhagen, Warsaw, and Budapest. This will get us a little bit of coin on top of what we have. Oop. It was much more valuable in Berlin, but we are not going to Berlin. I think we're not making a lot of money doing this. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of one of our suitcases. Be done. And then we are going to depart. And we're going to head to Venice, I suppose. Car departs at Venice tomorrow at 4. Arrives today for 37. Well, either way, it gets us to where we're going. We can embark, but we don't really need to go to Vienna, we need to go to Venice. Negotiate. Seems they're pretty demanding. 540 before 4 p.m. Ticket will require a further 60 pounds. Wow. Let's check something out. Market. Okay, so we got rid of our second suitcase, and apparently we can't buy another one. Ah, my bad. Will it fit? It will. Okay, cool. So we're now down to just regular clothing. But if we... Oh, we can go north to Berlin. Vienna to Warsaw. Vienna to Warsaw. Budapest to Belgrade. Oh, it's dear sweet zombie Jesus. Istanbul. It's Constantinople. Wait. I gotta plan my route. Alright. Warsaw arrives Sunday. Berlin arrives tomorrow. We already sold our wine, so we're screwed. We can't go to Berlin anyway. Damn it! I need to zoom out. No, we can go to Istanbul, and maybe... Well, we can try going to Warsaw. That might be your thing. Well, private credit purchase for Vienna tomorrow at 5. Oh, we missed our car. Tomorrow before 4. Well, I don't know if we'll get a train from Vienna south, so... Or from Venice south, so I guess we're gonna have to go... Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be our thing. So let us hotel. With what remained of the day, I polished our shoes and hat brims. I ran a few errands for the hotelier. Earning £87, as well as overhearing from him that merchants in Astrakhan will pay a huge amount for candles scented of rose from Bucharest. Most intriguing. Your funds have gone up somewhat. Haha! That's not bad. Alright, so we can only depart, but not yet. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna go to Vienna. The open road, this looks like a bothersome experience. It is a bothersome experience, but we don't have a second briefcase, so we're just gonna go. It's gonna suck, but we're gonna go. For inexplicable reasons, there was no way to reboard the Orient Express at Munich. Something strange to do with customs laws, though. There is actually, it was a very interesting thing. The Orient Express had sealed cars. And I'm gonna tell you this because it's something that I know. The Orient Express, when it left Paris, they would seal the baggage car. So the customs were stamped in Paris. The baggage car was sealed and guarded until the train arrived at its final destination. And only when it arrived at its final destination could they or would they open up the baggage car. And that made absolutely sure that the customs stamp in France could go all the way to the end of the train. If you left the train before then, you could not reboard the train because there was no way to re-stamp customs. They would not do a customs check until they got to the other end. So you could take stuff off the train, but you could not put stuff on the train. There was no way to board the train between Paris and its final destination. It's a very interesting way for them to be able to get across so many different borders. Where was I? Yes. I had little interest in such matters. Since alternative transport was not difficult to find, we ended up cramming ourselves into a steam-powered car instead and chuffing along. Your character is now presentable. Converse. Greetings, driver. Yes, hello? Vienna to Warsaw? I have time for a journey from Vienna to Warsaw in this pamphlet. You mentioned trains. I've been told you can get an Ekaterinburg from Astrakhan be aboard the freight train. Okay. How about Warsaw to Minsk, maybe? Is it possible to go from Warsaw to Minsk? Indeed, Minsk can be reached from Warsaw aboard the Belarus Express. And Minsk to Prague? No, I want to go to Prague. How about to Budapest? Or Saritsien? No idea, but I do know the quickest way to Saritsien from here is to go via Minsk. Goodbye. So Warsaw to Minsk to Muscovik. Yeah! Hey, we got a connecting flight to Muscovik. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go that way. I would have ended up going the long way anyway. It was a pleasant enough ride, and our driver, when Mikhail Hertz, regaled us with stories of his time in the Indian subcontinent. It seemed he had been employed to haul palanquins along the Grand Trunk Road connecting Kabul and Agra. Before Agra wandered away, he finished cryptically. This whole tale seemed outlandish. I demanded to know what he meant. Here in the gentle Bavarian hills, India, Were there really such a place? Was there really such a place, excuse me. As we arrived, the driver put out his hand to shake. I'll be driving on to Budapest soon if you want. Oh, okay. Kabul. To Agra, right? Nope. Lahore, Delhi, Agra. Yeah, there it is. There seems to be no departures today. We should explore a little. Oh, great. Your computer thought it would be a good idea to shut off the Wi-Fi adapter to save power. Oh, hello. A wind scarf. Part of the Dusty Road set. Monkey wrench. Part of the engineering set. Part of the engineer set. Worth 2,900 in Antalya. Whew. Well, it's worth 71 here in Budapest. We can sell the timetables. We'll buy a music box. Can't afford much anything else, unfortunately. We have one space for a teeny tiny thing. We have an altimeter. Part of the air travel set. We're gonna go ahead and actually get rid of the air travel set because we do not need. And we'll grab ourselves a wind scarf. Why not? All right. That music box is delightful. My old nanny used to hum me for Elise. Aw, how sweet. Let's take a look at our debark. I need to zoom out because that's really annoying. So, oh crap, we can't. No, 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 no. I need to get to Warsaw. How the hell do we get to Warsaw from here? Uh-oh. Well, we could explore, but it looks like we're leaving. So, final departure in 56 minutes. Back of the car, space for 2. The open road, the wind scarf from our Dusty Road set should help. All right, let's go. We were leave underway. There's nothing to do in Vienna. We couldn't explore. We got here too late. We hired our friend Mikhail for the journey onward from Vienna to Budapest. The road followed the rail tracks for much of the way, but we saw no trains as we chuffed along. Fog. Hello. A shaved mustache. Excellent. Ah, so we're helping him clean himself. We arrived in the evening without incident. So we could have gotten some more information, but I wanted to help Phidias with his thing. Nope. Current location, please? Okay, that was weird. I must have missed the click. Magnifying glass could earn us well here. Ooh, well, it opens at 7 a.m., so let's sleep. A dusty-jacketed Englishman at our hotel recommended a restaurant called Clemens to Monsieur Fogg. The Magyars make an excellent broth. He promised ominous words and deeds. I had never really been one for broth. A broth is, in my humble opinion, merely an incomplete consomme. At best, an inferior bouillon. Monsieur Fogg, we set on the matter, however. Oh, excuse me, was set on the matter, however. I concealed my trepidation with professionalism. We settled a dinner at Clemens, where our soup arrived in a gleaming silver tureen. My master, a man of impeccably high standards, even remarked upon the turene's flawless polish, at which point I exploded, splattering myself, Monsieur Fogg, and an extremely bewildering waiter, and admittedly delicious salmon broth. A fellow diner had been struck by the edge of the tureen lid and was bleeding from the temple. I rushed to his aid, pressing a napkin to his head while my master looked on unperturbed. The head chef had, by this time, emerged from the kitchen. He pointed towards the wall and began a voluble rant which needed little translation. The broth had splattered the ivory wall in the intricately curved shape of a lily, unmistakably the symbol of the Artificers' Guild. I beckoned over a waiter, who attempted an apology in a mix of halting English and German. "Never mind that," I cried. "Has this happened before?" He shook his head. "They have made threats, but nothing like this. They have gone too far this time." I looked around at the chaos caused by a single bowl of exploding soup. "What did you do to the guild?" Our waiter sighed. "They were banned by the Emperor, so we could make our own imperial automata outside of their control. The guild is growing more vocal in its objections. Personally, I thought that... Such matters smacked of European profligacy. You want to see the name I randomly generated? If you want, Xenon, I don't mind. You can share. No one's really talking, so share what you like. Much better to do things the English way, with as little fuss and exploding soup as possible. Best of the matters political are left as far as possible from the dinner table. We stayed for the main course, but did not enjoy it. The incident had rather shaken my confidence, and I could see even my master was concerned. How many more exploding broths could our precarious journey survive? Your funds have gone down a little. Opens Monday. Opens at 7 a.m. We will wait a few minutes. We're not going to explore. We're going to wait until 7, and then we're going to the market. And then we'll see where we can go from there, because we're ticking down up here. Boop. There we go. Alright, so our magnifying glasses were 330. Nice. Vodka! Of interest to poor souls and soldier types. Magnetic compass, part of the heavy storm set. Absinthe, worth $5,000 in Muscovik. Yes, thank you. Part of the frequent flyer set. Yeah, we don't need a neck cushion. This is good for... I could sell the music box and get vodka, but no, we will hold off. I'm trying to get to Moscow, which is I would love to get to Moscow, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We will explore for a day. See what we can find, because we're stuck. We have to find out where we can go from here. Belgrade. Okay, we can go to Athens from here. I took a few hours to explore, investigating the various options for how we might continue our journey. Alright, so let us plan then. No, it looks like we're not going to be able to make it to Moscow this time around. Looks like everybody else is up here. Why is there a boat on land? Okay. Apparently he's taking a land boat. Okay, 196 to 110. If we can get to Athens, we can get to Izmir. We can't get to Bucharest from here. At least not that I can see. Athens is going to be our thing. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. to go this way, we'll have to sleep here. That's fine. We can take 2 suitcases. Don't know what we'll need, so I'm taking it all, suckers. Boop. I don't know. I actually don't know what we'll need, so we'll just take whatever we can get. So we will wait for a day. So we're going tomorrow at what time? To get to Athens, we need to leave tomorrow at 8 a.m. So let us rest for a day. Land boat, the classiest way to travel. As night fell, I attended to Monsieur Fogg, ensuring we had fresh tea with the dear wish we would have he would have a comfortable night. Relations with Fogg have improved slightly. Hooray, he likes us more. Alright, so we're leaving at 8 a.m., which is now here. There we go. We can embark. 110. Okay. So it's like a bearable option. Yes! So we're taking a train to Athens. Eldridge YouTube Hurricane? Bootleg baseball player pickaxe. Today we turn south. The Orient Express Company ran a spur line from Budapest that swept down the length of Europe to Athens. It originally stopped midway at Belgrade, but we had no reason to stop in Mittel Europe anyway, so the lack of station was of little consequence. The relations with Fogg have strengthened slightly. Ooh. We will converse. Greetings, men of God. Show me your ticket first. Yes, monsieur. How can I help? Ooh, Athens. I need to know about Athens. The ruins in Athens must be preserved, even if it means moving the people aside. How about Athens to Dubai? Is there a route from Athens to Dubai? I think you're out of luck there, but tell me, you are holiday makers? Yes, why not? I suppose we are, yes. Let me recommend the Aegean coast. I grew up there. Most beautiful. Athens to Alexandria, Ujiji, Antalya, Meteor Valley. How about to Antalya? I don't know, but listen, Antalya is one of the most beautiful places on Earth. That's great. Can we get to Alexandria from here? Goodness, but this is at the time. Goodbye. Crap, we learned nothing. We learned nothing! Despite knowing to expect it, I could not help but gasp as we swept through the empty husk of Belgrade. It seemed home to only ghosts. It was like a perfectly preserved museum exhibit. To all appearances, one might believe there had never been people here at all. Quite what had happened, no one truly knew. The roads, houses, viaducts were all still standing. The gas lamps still burned, but not a single voice cried out, and not a door or shutter moved. I asked Monsieur Fogg his thoughts, and he said, I fear that our age is seeing a great experimentation in warfare, such as in every other walk of life. I fear so. Indeed, he replied, but at least the trains move faster. His answer seemed to me as bleak as Belgrade itself, but as the Orient Express left it behind, it carried us towards a long evening of gentle wines and candlelight, which went in some way towards lightening the soul. It's always good to be happier on a trip, right? Not Belgrade! Let's read the news. Balloonist kidnappers exposed at World Fairs. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't take a trip. They would have kidnapped us. How tiresome. We arrived at Thessaloniki, station in northern Greece, in the morning. A few passengers disembarked. Well, I want to head to Athens, but as far as I know, there's no way from Athens to here. Or Athens to anywhere. It's a dead end, and I don't want to backtrack. We joined them. Monsieur Fogg, thinking perhaps a route eastward from here would be efficient. Yeah, I would hope so. The magnetic compass could earn us well here. Ooh, really? 430 pounds, nice. Leather gloves, part of the open road set, part of the gentleman traveler set. Of interest to soldiers and luxurious types. Canadian train tables. I'll take one of those for 3. I'll take the Egyptian cigarettes because we can, and well, we can't fit the duster, but we're not taking a balloon, so we'll sell the jacket and or sell the thing and grab the jacket. All right, good. Let us. So we have some new routes here in Canada: Gastown to Calgary to Regina to Winnipeg to Dam to Ottawa to New York. Holy crap! If we can land in the north, we can get all the way across the United States. Boom, one straight trip. I love it. Well, North America, not the United States, exactly. Well, we can explore because I have nowhere else to go, so we'll explore for 4 hours. Whoa, Athens. Aha, Izmir. Oh, the people of the city are crazy. They go out in the evening to tear down what remains of their city wall. I have never seen such a thing. Granted, it is not as though the walls keep anything out. They encircle barely half the city and are easily scalable due to the quantity of rubble piled up the sides and that. I stopped a young woman and asked what they were doing. But she only laughed in my face. You may not know our city now, she replied, not in the least bit answering my question, but soon we will encompass the entirety of northern Greece. A mighty prize, I agreed in earnest, and she nodded wildly before raising a sledgehammer she had brought along for the occasion. She said about the ancient walls once more, and I scurried away lest I lose my hat from a piece of flying stone. Okay. Let's pick our destination. Now, we can go to Bucharest, Odessa, Istanbul, Constantinople. Choice. Well, if we can get to Astrakhan through Odessa and Saritsyn, we might be able to do... We're gonna take that shot. We're gonna go to Bucharest. Perhaps Thursday. Departs tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow at 2 p.m. So we have to plan our route. Tomorrow at 2. So we have some time to explore. Well, to at least rest. So we'll rest. 2 p.m. we have to leave by. Before retiring, I spent a few hours walking around. See, this is for like cleanup. You can like heal Phidias, but we're not going to help Phidias because he's not sick. He's fine. He's at 100%. So we're going to see if we can find out information because information is key. Spent a few hours walking around, and entered into conversation with a remarkably frenetic Turkish youth who had lost a monocle, which I helped to recover, and from whom I learned that the quickest way to Odessa is through Bucharest. I thanked him, and he shrugged and went about his business. Aha! Bucharest! So, yes, we can get to Odessa through Bucharest, and we might be able to get to Tsaritsyn from there. If not, we can at least head north to Minsk or Moscow. So, embark! Ooh, -16. That's okay. Comfortable conditions and the open road. This promises to be a bothersome route, but the wind scarf from our dusty road set should soften things a little. +12, which means we're only going down 4, which means it doesn't suck! From Thessaloniki, we hired a phaeton to take us through the mountains. Florin, the driver announced abruptly, sticking out his hand. I shook it, though it was covered in oil and engine grease. Get in, he said, jerking his thumb in the carriage. We did so, and he began the process of igniting the boiler inside the horse. Is there a way to go faster? I asked. You can't flog a mechanical horse, he answered solemnly, as though giving me a piece of hard-earned wisdom. You can stoke it harder. Don't tell me my job, Florin retorted. Then he released the handbrake, and we began to crawl away up the road. Relations with Fogg have deteriorated. Oh, I pissed off the driver, and now Phidias is mad at us. Converse. Greetings, Monsieur Florin. Just Florin. Bucharest. Now, what do you know about Bucharest? I have heard people say Bucharest is a little Paris. Bucharest to Odessa? Can you travel from Bucharest to Odessa? I'm sure I have no idea, but you can obtain good false teeth in Odessa, extremely valuable in Omsk. Oh, that's helpful. I don't want to go back to Istanbul. Is there a way I can get to there? Shoot. How about Novorossiysk? I'm afraid I have to go now. Goodbye. He doesn't know. Oh, shoot. Well, somebody said you can get to Odessa from Bucharest. We rode the first day in relative silence, watching the forest pass by us on either side. I peered into the depths. Glad of the decent road, there must have been time when travelers would have had to cut between the trees themselves. Evening approached. We could drive on through the night, Florence said, or make camp and continue in the morning. Surely the camp will lose us time. A little, he granted, though I will have to drive slower in the dark. Drive all night. Oof, that one hurt. I demanded. Very well. The driver agreed, and we tried to sleep as the car rumbled and rocked its way onward through the dark, gaining us a few hours. It was not a comfortable ride for any of us, I think. Your character is now polished. Good me. But, unfortunately, that did not do well for Mr. Phidias Fogg. Socially awkward abomination. So you're going to Russia? Our driver asked when I woke up to find ourselves still moving along. If you're going to no. And then on to Afghanistan, I guess. It's your funeral, he replied cheerfully. A few hours later, we crested the last rise of the sprawling city of Bucharest lay before us. We had crossed the breadth of Europe, but there was a whole world left to travel. I am in roaring health, but we must make haste. I know. Well, we went to 85. Bucharest! Yes, let us rest in Buca. We'll pass the night here. Monsieur Fogg informed me that Bucharest was known rather widely as Little Paris. He was most certainly trying to make me feel at home. Though my Frenchman's pride bristled a little at the comparison. I took an evening stroll from the hotel through the main boulevard of Bucharest. Podul Mogaso, and I pronounced that really badly, and I don't care. It was paved in small cobblestones, rather than macadam or asphalt, but was lined with gas lamps in the latest German style. Gentlemen and ladies paraded their stylish sprung carriages up and down the avenue. It was undeniably charming, but no Champs-Élysées. No matter what Monsieur Fogg might think. At the furthest point of my walk, I passed a lamp cunningly fashioned in the shape of a lily. This was the output of the Artificers' Guild here in Bucharest. I tried the door, but it was locked and the lights inside were dimmed. Strange. The hour was not so late, I thought. Relations with Fogg have improved slightly. Ah, there you go. Opens at 7 a.m., so we will wait until 7 a.m. I am on fine form, but we must make haste. I know. We will make haste. But, you know. Hypocritical mustache? Cute, but it's no Bengal hairy basement. Driving goggles. Dusty road set. Ooh. So cigars will get us 64. Music box will get us 64. Absinthe is only 150. We're not going to Moscow. Scented candles. Evening jacket. We have a pressure gauge. European shipping timetables. We will sell this. Can we buy? Yes, we can. Vodka. 60. Traveling coat. I like the traveling coat. I'm thinking we might sell the absinthe and say screw it, and we'll get the driving goggles. Okay. Best we got. From nothing else, maybe we'll find a route or two. Completed dusty road gears to protect us against dust and fumes and help us negotiate times of dirt road journeys. There you go. From Nice to Rome, from Venice to Athens to Izmir, from Stockholm to Helsinki to St. Petersburg to Warsaw. Okay, so unfortunately those were shipping timetables, which were not helpful. But we did our best. So who are you in this game? Are we Passepartout? Yes, we are, Sereno. I took a tram to the city center, which was modern in every sense of the word. Electric lights illuminated all but a handful of shops, fronts, and boyars' residents. Bozek cars sputtered oil fumes into the air, and vendors hawked all manner of little automata on street corners. I saw the lamp of Lily once more. I pushed open the door, and immediately began to cough from dust in the air. I looked at the dark-haired woman behind the far counter. She seemed startled at my appearance and narrowed her eyes in suspicion. Où c'est ça va, you? I flashed a charming smile, a gesture beyond language. She gave me an unimpressed look. "Oh, you're French," she said repressively, switching effortlessly into my mother tongue. I bowed and introduced myself. She gave her name only as Steinberg, omitting her proper title, which placed me in a rather awkward position. "Madame Steinberg?" I hazarded. "Just Steinberg," she corrected sternly. "Now what do you want here?" "So, the pleasure of your company." She crossed her arms in clear irritation. "I do not flirt, monsieur," Steinberg informed me. "This is an Artificers Guild outpost, not a coming-out ball." "Would you flirt at a ball?" I inquired. "Not with you," she retorted. "Now state your business or leave." I looked around at the empty shop. "Because you are so busy?" "The guild's not very popular at the moment," she allowed, shrugging. "Independence is the current fashion. The guild is too Ottoman for our new prince. Also," Steinberg gave me a look of frank challenge, "the guild openly hires Jews." "Hmm. A Jew can also be a Roman citizen?" I replied. "Not anymore. Only Christians can be citizens now." She looked away. "The prince pretends he doesn't know who keeps his trams running and his gas lamps lit." I browsed the guild's wares for a good half hour, but found little of value or interest beyond a single dusty medallion. I asked Steinberg about it. She stared at me blankly. "You don't recognize an artificer's medallion? Where have you been living?" "London," I replied, though only for mere days before my master undertook this journey of ours. I explained our trip, or what I knew of it. "So you are traveling," she replied. "I envy you that." "We are going around the world," I replied. "As fast as possible, too. That is the only good thing." She nodded and pointed to something at the back of the dusty shelf. "There, that bag, take it." "What does it contain?" I asked. On the side of the bag was inked a tall, column-like flame. "It is a preparation of paraffin and crystalline oxygen," she replied. "Will you be traveling by Rosier balloon?" "What is a Rosier balloon?" I asked. She shook her head with some amusement. "A kind of hot air balloon invented by Rosier." She pointed at the bag. "Throw this into the burner if you do. You'll find the extra elevation will lead to considerable extra speed." I took both the bag and the medallion. The artificer nodded, then I took my leave of Steinberg and wished her well. With sincerity. A most extraordinary person. I walked back to Monsieur Fogg. "Hey, we got more crap!" "Alright, the medallion should fetch a good price in Karichi, if we don't find a use for it." "Alright, we need to find a way to... well, we need to get to Odessa. That's it. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. Okay.